Let me pause that. Okay, so as you can see, Siege of Shanghai that everybody knows and loves. Now, this is unfortunate problem with the spawn they haven't fixed yet. Bit of an advantage for the Chinese team as they get that flag while they're actually on the spawn. So you can see Team Next in as the US team and MHSV in as the Chinese, and you can see the fire being traded already as it looks like Kefke has been taken down. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into the first person view, as now you can see it looks like Team Next making their way up. Oh, there we go, running in and taken down very quickly by the MHSV team. You can see trading fire. There we go, the Ace 23, which is the gun of choice for most competitive players. Let's move to the first person view and find out. As you can see here, a little bit of nasty back raging going on here by the MHSV. There's Kefke coming in, taking down Jimmo, and more fire coming in. Oh, and a possible little team kill maybe there. As we let's see, as we're now looking, Kefke, he is sniffing around looking for opportunities. And you can see now the A point and the B point currently being held by the Chinese team, that is MHSV, and now you can see the C point currently being held by the US team. So the bleed currently in the favour of the US team. So Team Next currently with the bleed of tickets onto China. China need to try and turn that around. So the MHSB team, oh, look at that. Sir P10 doing a lovely triple Salco with a back twist there, courtesy of a high explosive grenade. Team Jimmo taken down by Alistor ST. And now you can see them moving into fire. More fire coming in. So it looks like that looks to me, oh, that looks to me like an M4. The burst fire with a little bit of laser and a hollow sight on it as well. So it's good to see that there is a mix of guns as people are trying to sort things out. There we go, more fire coming in as the Ace 23 takes down Jimmo. Sir 10 coming in again, taking down Team Next as well. And now that means that they might be able to change ownership of that A flag and get it back. However, in the meantime, we're looking at Team Next over here. They have taken down 2 members of MHSV as they were pushing in towards the next point. So as you can see, 272 tickets to 274. It's still very close between these two teams. As a little, see, they just keep breaking. They're just breaking things, setting off car alarms. No respecters for personal property, these guys. But to be honest, they are kind of armed to the teeth. You'd sort of expect that, as Flu 123, unfortunately, is no more. So as you can see now, the team's moving around, cycling around, rotating. Team Next in the process of pushing up a little bit further, and let's see, that's Alistor ST. He was inside the arcade, got taken down very quickly. We're moving over to Flo, who's trying to defend. He's in with the AEK 971, the high rate of the fire, taking down P-Style very quickly from Team Next. He's now pushing onto that point. He's got to watch out as his opponent was blocked by the fire, and now we're moving in with Kefke as he's pushing in towards the what looks to be the C point, and now the P10 is over doing his thing. Team members spawning on him. And now you can see this is a situation where it looks like MHSV managed to turn it around. The bleed is still on them. So let me know if everything's sounding okay in the screen and in the stream, and everything is funky and hunky-dory and wonderful. If there's any volume issues or anything along those lines, please let me know. Or if you need the game sounds turned down or up, or if you want me turned down or up, I can achieve all of these things. However, we're looking at P10 in the process of a little bit of a streak going on there. Nice cutting down the enemy with a bit of Ace 23 fire as the AEK 971 of one of their enemies takes down. That was, there we go, there's P-Style in with the AEK. So it looks like at this current moment, it looks like MHSV are on the back foot against Team Next. Team Next in the process, as you can see in the picture-in-picture here on the left-hand side. There's a little bit of defense going on. Alistor ST taken down as he tries to push in towards that point. And now it looks like they're going for a potential outflanking maneuver, which is exactly what happened. And now you're looking at Flu coming in, reviving teammates, making sure that the area is clear, trying to put down the med pack to protect himself from the fire coming in from the Team Next guys, which is exactly what's happening as it sets off the car alarm, goes in, and a nade flies past him, and poor old flew for miles. As you can see there, obviously MSH, Alistor ST doing a nice fire with the Ace 23 and taking down quite a serious number there of the opposing team. So Team Next unfortunately taking a lot of fire. The med packs going out. These guys using the fire and the truck at the wreckage here to defend themselves. However, these guys looking out, you can see there we go, going in a little bit of a nasty position. Now you can see Alistor ST moving round to try and head them off at the pass, so to speak. Obviously, this is not Cowboy and his Indians. There are no stagecoaches, and there most definitely is not John Wayne. So, let's find out how things are going. 212 tickets, 245. Team Next leading by a small amount. Oh, look at that. P-Style coming in and drilling Kefke as he tries to make his way round the other point, just to make sure that that point is being secured. So you can see Team Next doing a good job there. P10 about to walk into a whole world of hurt. As you can see him now looking for an opportunity. There go the nades. A little bit of nade spam coming out from him as he's trying to push in towards that point. Let's see if we can follow Kefke. As he is, there we go, he's looking for an opportunity, but Jimmo just stepped out and drilled him completely. Again with another kill onto another member of the enemy MHSV, and now bringing his teammate back up. And we're looking at a pretty good situation as far as Team Next are concerned. They are at 241 tickets to 194. And right now that is actually looking pretty good. So let's just wait and see as... we are covering for you one of the first rounds of the Go for Battlefield 4 Cup, courtesy of the ESL. So, you can see now, Team Next currently still holding on to only about a 60 ticket lead. So it's looking pretty good as far as they're concerned at the moment. So we just have to wait and see. Now you can see that there was literally a total cap out there on that point. So the MHSV just did a quick squad bomb onto one of those points to try and recover it. Oh, as Team KYS and Flu traded. And now you can see, oh, and Kefke also taken down. That's very nasty. Very nasty situation as Team Next doing a fantastic job of defending that point, and now we can see them doing exactly that with bright pink emblems on their guns. And now they're going to try and get into a situation where they're going to have a full domination cap on there. But no, MHSV managed to get in and grab one of those points, trying to turn it around. More fire coming into the Team Next guys. As you can see, obviously Flu moving up a little bit closer, trying to push that advantage, trying to get a nice little nade pick onto one of the enemies, see if he can do it, blow up a car maybe, see what happens. As you can see him moving out and trying to close in on the enemy. Peeking, looking, there we go, takes a little bit of fire and then gets drilled very quickly indeed. So now you can see here the MHSV team starting to move forwards, trying to take away that bleed that's currently on them. 232 tickets to 146. That is how it stands at this current moment, and we're just waiting to see what's going on, as now we can see Alistor ST in with the M4A4. Oh, he's taking a little bit of fire. He's in a tricky position, and he's got to watch out, because all that's going to happen is a nade's going to get dropped in there, and there's a whole world of hurt. That's exactly what happened. Oh, they managed to close the door, but unfortunately I don't think it was going to do him much good, as you can see multiple members of MHSV taken down. That could be it. Yeah, that was an entire wipe for MHSV, and now Team Next are in a commanding position with 231 tickets to 132. So let's just wait and see what happens, as now they see them moving towards that point, and you can see the cap for C currently being held. Oh, that was nasty. There's Yambra being taken down by the Ace 23 of Beltha, and we're now watching as they're pushing into what is essentially the finally owned cap of the MHSV team. And you can see these guys covering their corners, watching their corners, looking for the enemy. They've got to be careful. There we go, sighted one, and unfortunately you can see Kefke putting it down, a little bit of suppressive fire, trying to get these guys to keep their heads down. Nades going in as one of the MHSV guys gets taken down. More nades coming in. Oh, that's a fail nade. That's unfortunate. So it might have been just a little bit of an issue. So he's moving over to pick up Flow. And let's see, as now you can see KY's coming in. He's been well lubricated with a few bullets. And now we're looking at Surlar sneaking around looking for the enemy. But there may be too many of them. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he managed to get one and then trades. So taking down two members of the MHSV. So that's Flow and Kefke being taken down very quickly. And now you're looking at a situation with Yahambra. He is in the process of getting an awful lot of bullets thrown down in his direction. Pops out the nades. You can see nades, literally rubbish falling over him. Nades all over the place. He is hiding, and finally the final nade gets rolled next to him and takes him down. And unfortunately for him, he was able to not survive that onslaught of fire and explosive goodness. As you can see, there we go, MHSV holding that point with everything that they're worth. But part of the problem that they're going to have now is essentially Team Next is in a commanding position. They have Only one ticket, correction. Now the bleed is actually on to Team Next. So it's actually a complete change around as far as MHSV are concerned. Now you can see MHSV. Oh, poor Sir P10. Just too many of them with a squad bomb onto that point. And now you're looking to see what's going on. As there we go. The bleed is now put back in the favour of the US team, Team Next. As they are now looking at 216 tickets to 89. But you can see ownership of the tickets is now starting to change. Team Next moving to 1 point, and obviously MHSV also in the area. So you can see obviously Alistair ST in peeking those corners, checking for enemies, waiting to see, and obviously the command to move up has been given, so we should just have to wait and see. As we're looking at Team Next Jimmo, as you can see loads of fire coming in there, so Jimmo trying to spray down there, getting these guys to keep their heads down while the rest of the team push in. And let's move over to Alistair ST as he's about to get a loads of attention at any minute now. There we go, a little bit of fire coming in, and out go the nades. Quick nade pop in there as well. There we go, more fire coming in from these guys. More nades going in, high explosive goodness. There we go. And a kill by Alistair ST onto Team Jimmo. And you can see, unfortunately, multiple members of his team. And this is going to be unfortunate for Alistair. He's not going to survive it as he was being attacked from multiple directions. Now, the MHSV team are moving up towards that point. They're determined to catch it back. But unfortunately, didn't see the guy to his left, who took him out very quickly indeed. More nades coming over. Jesus nades everywhere. Look at all these Jesus nades. Oh, my goodness. Oh, fantastic amount of nadely goodness. And there we go, nice fire coming in there from Flo, doing a great job of trying to push back against this rather sustained attack by the members of Team Next. So Team Next, as you can see, 198 tickets to 68. The bleed is in favour of Team Next at the moment. That's 64 tickets for the China team. Not looking good. MHSV now need to turn it around as quickly as they can. It's not going to work that way as Alistair gets taken down, as we now move over to Surla, as he's trying to do what looks to be a rather nasty possible outflanking position. We'll have to wait and see. Pops a nade to get somebody to keep their head down. More nades come flying in. This is something that's proved very important. And there we go, looking for the enemy, as you can see. Bit of spray and pray as his teammate gets snuffed out behind him, pulls out the pistol and trades with Kefki. As poor old Betha behind him, I think that was, Beltha got taken down. All he did was spawn on him and just got drilled. So very unfortunate. As now we're looking at Sir P10, he's taking fire, as you can see from the likes of KY. Lubricated for your personal enjoyment. And now we're seeing him moving in as in multiple members. Oh, that's really bad for MHSV. They've just lost 3 of their top scorers at the moment, with Yamber and Flo currently waiting. Nades go out. How did that happen? He threw a nade out and it literally bounced behind him. Not that it did him much good, as unfortunately KY is no more. And now we're moving with Alistair as he's pushing up with his delightfully patterned M4. And you can see, there we go, in with the hollow sight, looking for the enemy. Out go those nades. So now most of these guys, I don't know if you've noticed, they've actually got 2 nades, which means that they're actually carrying the impact nades, I'm guessing, rather than the micro grenades. So we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out, as it's now down to 28 tickets to 189. Currently not looking good for the MHSV team. Team Next is in a commanding position at the moment. And now you can see them as they are moving. So you can see them spreading out here as Kefke moving down, trying to spam some of those nades. Lovely impact grenade onto the enemy as his teammate manages to catch a nade in the face behind him. You're going to try and get him up, and another nade for added goodness. And poor old MHSV is being taken down and wiped out at all locations. And now this is going to be a problem as we're moving in to look at Flo, or Flu I should say. So Flu currently going to be firing down in the general direction. Nice kill into Surla. And you can see now 188 tickets to 6 remaining. And this is a knotty situation as far as MHSV are concerned. That's quite a difference in tickets that they're going to have to come back from. So we shall just have to wait and see as we follow Flu as the final ticket disappears. So, $187 tickets with my pen that doesn't work. God damn it, man. 187 to 0, and that's obviously Next versus MHSV. Preparation, you see. Preparation, ladies and gentlemen. Are you impressed? I know I am. So, anyway, this is Shanghai, and that is round 1. So, in the meantime, we should be going on to round 2. See, look at this. Look, preparation. See, written down. Ah, you see. But you never thought you'd see that. Yeah, probably not, actually. Now, the question is whether or not I get to a situation where I can't read my own handwriting, which is a possibility I can't discount. Anyway, so that was the first round, and we're moving on to the next round any second. So this is obviously remaining on Shanghai. And let's see if the MHSV guys can turn it around. Now, obviously, with a ticket difference of 187, for those of you who don't know how it works, they will have to essentially get a win of over 187 tickets to turn it around. There is 300 tickets available in total, so if their number goes below 187, that's it. That will be MHSV out of the competition, unfortunately. So we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. So you can see now 187 tickets to 0, and the teams have been changed around this time. Obviously, Team Next is in China, which means they get the advantage of the B flag, as we shall now cut to the camera. Camera. Hello. So, that is what we're looking at this current moment. Let us zoom in. So, this is the spawn issue here. So you can see that flag already captured, and then essentially what that means is there is a situation where they could be losing tickets almost immediately. So, let's find out what's going on, as there we go. Looks like the Team Net's coming out in style, taking down multiple members, as Kefki unfortunately is no more. More nades coming out. Can't beat a good Jesus nade just at the right moment. That's the kind of hopeful shot that you're going to try and get if you can. There we go, trading a little bit of fire. P-Style takes a little bit of cover and trying to get out of the way. A car alarm's been set off, and it looks like they've got a good triangulation of fire up against these guys. Now the trouble is what's happened is now you can see the MHSV guys are being pinned in. This is a really nasty situation for these guys. As you can see, nades exploding around them, and there we go, there's Flu being taken down. This is exactly the kind of situation that MHSV did not want, especially that one. So you can see now they're literally being pinned in by a very good spread defense by Team Next. Obviously the spawn at the B means they can hold that, and literally they've got to try and hold this line as best they can to try and stop any kind of push by the MHSV team. So we're now in with Yambra. He's going to try and do some damage. He's sneaking, looking at corners. He's got to try and get out there with his bright blue gun. And there we go. He's then taking fire from multiple directions of the Team Next. And these guys are really shut in here. They cannot do a lot. And this is going to be a problem. If you look down here, you've got this guy covering this section. You've got these guys covering this section. One guy there and one guy roaming. And as you can see, poor old Alistair ST pushing down that point, as then he gets cut down. Yambra deciding to play it a little bit differently. Let's see, can he see his enemy? He can. Trading fire with his enemy. The high speed, the high recoil of the AEK, perhaps at a little bit of disadvantage, as now you can see the MHSV guys starting to move in a little bit of a... Oh, look at that, fire coming in. And there we go, he's got to be careful, he's going to take cover, as now he's in a very nifty situation for exactly that reason. So this is the problem, this is the issue. But look at this, random spawns can change the style of the game and the tactics of the game very quickly indeed. So you can now see the likes of Kefki moving around, 242 tickets to 295. So it's going to be close. Let's just wait and see what's going on, as now you can see pretty much most of the members. Yeah, that looks to be what appeared to be a very nasty situation with a wipe. Let's find out. No, there's Yambra. He's managed to survive. He's staying in. Got to stay out of the fire. You don't want to be Joan of Arc. As now he goes, a little fire coming in, but oh my goodness, poor old Yambra went for his enemy and unfortunately was unsuccessful in getting him. So now you can see Alistair coming in to try and revive one of his teammates. You can see more fire. They're trying to cover all those corners. There we go. Kefka trading fire with Surla. And you can see more fire coming in as well. Oh no, that's an unfortunate time for a nade. Oh, I've done that myself so many times. As now you can see the random spawn starting to come in as Flu, trying to turn it around. There's P10 in there, there's Kefki. And now you can see the Team Next have actually recovered that. And now they have a full and total burn onto their enemy team. So MHSV are in a very dangerous position right now. They need to turn it around, and they need to turn it around fast. But unfortunately, The Team Next guys are doing a fantastic job of essentially pinning them in and covering all of the choke points and the ways in which they would be expected to come through. So it's going to be a very, very difficult job for the MHSV guys to actually overcome this. Look at their ticket numbers, they're already going down, and once it goes beyond that point of 187, that's pretty much it, all over, and then you will see essentially playing for pride. So now you can see Jimmo trading fire. As you can see, more nades going over the top, more nades. Oh, where did that nade go? So you can see more nades coming in towards him as he's trading fire. As you can see, his teammate dying next to him. Oh, but caught in a reloading death. Oh, if I had a penny for every time that had happened. As we move over to Kefka, he's in the process of trying to get a quick revive on one of his teammates. Doesn't have the time to stand around and give him a med bag. He has to get the hell out of dodge. As he pops down the med bag for himself, looking for the enemy, picking around the corners, checking those areas. There we go. There's his enemy. Spots him, drills him with a nice Ace 23 shot. So it looks like more spawns onto him. And this is looking like a better situation as far as the Chinese team are concerned. And unfortunately, it didn't look so good there. As you can see now, the Chinese team pushing up against the US. So MHSV only have, looks like 3 members. And we can see Team Next continuing to push pretty aggressively. And there we go. Look at that. Full cap on there. It's just about to tick over. C is in the process of being contested, obviously, by MHSV. And this could be a knotty situation. They're on 187 tickets. And there we have it. 185 tickets. There is no way that they will actually be able to come back from this. They were hoping maybe, don't know, possibly a draw. We'll have to see. There's a little bit of payback and trading going on, as now unfortunately numerically there is no way that MHSV can actually win this, coming back from just that deficit of 187 tickets from the previous round. So let's see who can actually rack up the best score. So we're looking at Alistair ST in there with 8 and 6. So Alistair ST doing a good job with the actual score at the moment. Oh, nades, look at that, nades from both directions. That was brutal, absolutely brutal. And more nades coming into poor old Yambra. These guys, I have to say, Team Next have been absolutely pinpoint with their nade placement. This is a kind of thing that you haven't seen really a lot in Battlefield before, as Dogbert was saying the other day, and in one of our previous casts. And a lot of teams are coming from COD, and one of the things that you remember from COD, for those of you who have seen it being played or commentated on it or anything like that, is that the initial Hail Mary grenades and the Jesus grenades at the start, as well as nade placement, is such a key aspect of that game. It can actually change the structure of that game and change the strategy of that game with a few well-placed nades. And the teams that can actually get those nades and place them almost with pinpoint precision are the team that are going to actually be as much victorious as they will be from good gunplay. So alarms going off in the background. Now you can see Team Next at 264 tickets. Alistair ST, you can see there, they've still got the bleed on them. So, let's see, as we are now watching, let's follow Mr. KY as he's trading fire with other members of MHSV. As you can see now, the MHSV guys pushing up, but over here is Kefki. Maybe looking for a little bit of a, oh dear, stuck in the doorway. A little bit of a side issue. Let's see what they can do. Trading fire with Kefki. Yembri gets taken down. Looking for his man. There we go. Drills him very quickly. Kefki with great fire, but unfortunately couldn't repeat. So now the MHSV guys in the process of trying to push all the points. There's Surlar being taken down with effective fire coming in from Flu. So Flu 123 doing a good job taking down Surlar. Now looking to move in, and it looks like, there we go. Oh, look at that, poor man. Oh, poor Flu, literally spawned, and there's P-Star being taken down. And any minute now, there's more nades coming in as Kefki takes a high explosive trip on Nade Airways, and is no more, but also you've got Surlar. Now this is the thing that's that unfortunately the MHSV guys should have actually done right at the start of the matches. They should have actually got a triangulation of fire going onto these guys, and that's pretty much what they're doing at the moment. Now that's interesting to oh dear. It looks like Team Next have actually lost one of their team members, but to be honest, if you look at the time on it, and especially with 257 tickets to 93, there's essentially, they can deal with that. It's not going to be the end of the world for them. But they will continue to fire with a double takedown by KY. Oh, that was smooth. Yeah, I know. Got to do all the KY jokes. It's got to be done, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a reputation to keep here. So now we move over to Sir P10. Over by points. And you can see him looking for the enemy. Checking his corners. Can they get in there? There we go. Surla, another going on to another kill. And another double kill coming in from P10. Onto Surla and KY's. So they are both taken out. Oh my goodness, he just flew right past him. Oh, poor P10 got absolutely drilled in the face. So that's unfortunate, as now we move over to Jimmo. No, we don't. Commentator's curse yet again. We'll follow Yambra in with the AEKs. So pretty much Ace 23, M4A4 and AEKs are the guns of choice for most competitors. What's going on? How did he not see him? How is he not seeing him? He's behind. There he is. Get him. There we go. KY's been taken down by Yambra. And seeing if we can get in for a nice little revive. Gets his teammate back up with almost full health. A nice little charge up of the paddles there. And now let's see if they can turn it around, as Team Next still down by one man. And Alistair ST and friends moving into the point. As you can see them moving in the general direction of storefronts. And waiting to see what happens. Looks like the point slowly being ticked away. As now you can see the US team have a full bleed onto the China team. But it won't do them enough good, because unfortunately the point of no return has already been reached. Due to the 187 tickets that they actually won by in the previous round when it comes to Team Next. So let's see what's going on. There's more of those lovely impact grenades, or those might be the micros, as it looks like he was about to throw 3 in total. So it's good to see these guys actually varying up the weapons and the loadouts that they decide to use. So out comes the M4. Unfortunately, poor old Alistair had to reload, didn't have enough in the magazine to continue, as we move in to watch Yambra trying to take cover, capturing the point and moving on. So you can see him trying to get over those damn plants, as now you can see him looking for the enemy, sneaking around the point, making his way over to one of the flag points, taking cover, his teammates following with him. As now you can see MHSV doing their best to try and get that ticket number down, so it's a little bit more respectable than the 187 tickets from the previous round. Question is, can they actually do that? As he's caught in the window. Oh, Yambra gets caught in the window shopping, and unfortunately is punished for his transgressions. As you can see now, more fire coming in as Surla. It looks like Surla seems to be watching the street at the moment. So unfortunately, pretty much most of his team have been taken down. Jimmo just respawned. And KY's also respawning. So there we go. A little bit of deliberate fire coming in from Surla. Out go the micros. Out goes his teammate. There we go. Kefki being brought back up to life. And unfortunately, him being taken down. So Jimmo in there. Looks like he's got a little bit of a back range situation going, as things are looking quite okay as far as Team Next are concerned. They are in the commanding position. They have 3-1, I guess. Yeah, just over 3-1 advantage when it comes to tickets. And shots like that certainly help. P10 being taken down very quickly indeed. As now you can see more fire coming in. There we go. Alistair, oh, that was very unfortunate. Pops a nade out towards him, as Alistair then gets taken down by another team member. And now we've unfortunately got Flu left and Kefki. So we're watching Flu with his gun ready to do damage and evil to the enemy. As we're now watching him make his way back towards one of the points, trying to circle round to maybe get a little bit of a back rage going. Oh, let's see what's going on. Other side of the column, and they've traded. Look at that. So there we go. Now you can see guys like this. So Surla now moving down towards that street area. And in the process of sneaking, he's being sneaky, looking for the enemy. So the point, obviously, 2 points still in favour of China. The bleed still onto the US team. As you can see, more fire coming in, and Kefki Then taken down with a lovely headshot coming in from the ace-23 of Surlar there, as he was hiding behind one of those barricades, and Yambra also being drilled very effectively by the ace-23 of Surlar in that wonderfully camouflaged one that he's got at the moment. As you can see, he's checking his choke points just to make sure nobody's spawning. He's checking the street, so it looks like this corner is Surlar's, and this is the one he's been appointed to keep an eye on. This street, he's probably, I would have thought, maybe the most accurate at long range, so it might be that he's got a heavy barrel. Let's see, can we? No, we can't. So you can see, there we go. Let's see. No, he's actually got a standard barrel. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. So he's actually got a standard barrel, but he appears to be a pretty damn good shot thus far. So 28 tickets remaining at the moment, and now you can see, so there we go, you can see there the Coyote, the laser sight, the standard barrel, and the angle grip. So the angle grip, guys, we're not, in case you weren't aware, normally gives you 2 free shots in burst mode without any recoil, and then the recoil adjustment is adjusted on the 3rd shot. So these are the kind of things that people are using. So let's see what else is going on. So AEK, laser sight, angle grip, muzzle brake. Now obviously the angle grip reduces a little bit of velocity of the recoil, but not as much as a stubby or an ergo grip would. So we've obviously seen Surlar, and now we're looking at 12 tickets ticking over as we're looking in with Kefki. He's in with, of course, the ace-23, heavy barrel as well, so he's gone for that additional recoil, but the accuracy at long range. So it's interesting to see how these guys are actually varying up their weapons. See, so compensator, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that happens to be 160 tickets in favour of Next. So Team Next get 160 tickets in round 2, and that will give us a total of mental maths. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself. I'm about to do some mental maths. Yes, I know, it's scary, isn't it? So that will basically be 342 tickets to 0 total, as far as I can tell. So that has been the first match, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that, and we shall be bringing you plenty more where that came from. We shall be doing plenty of these, hopefully, for the remainder of the afternoon. I will have to go at about 5, roughly 6 o'clock GMT, so that's about 2-3 hours from now, as I will be casting another event. But there are plenty more casters out there for the ESL, not only those fine people on the ESL TV, but also other casters associated with the ESL, and have been working with the ESL recently with a lot of the test cups. And obviously you can get it in the Russian language as well, which obviously sounds absolutely wonderful. So there are these things that you guys can enjoy, all these various streams that you guys can have fun with. In the meantime, I shall be back with another match, hopefully, maybe from the next round, maybe from the current round. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. Anyway, my thanks to both teams, and we shall move on to more Battlefield 4 shortly. We'll be right back. Okay guys, just a quick thing. I just realised while I've been in the process of doing that my delay on the stream has actually crashed, so it means it wasn't actually delaying it properly. So what I'm going to have to do is very quickly go offline, set up the delay. It will be a 2-minute delay and then come back online. So please don't go anywhere guys, we'll be bringing you a lot more Battlefield 4 goodness very shortly. We'll be right back.